everyone, welcome back. I'm Melissa Pineda, and today I will be talking about the book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. So before I get into this book, if there's anything today that you hear that you like or find interesting, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to put the link to the book in the description so you'll know where to find it. So why listen to my review on this book? In less than 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the book, what I found really important, and then if you want to hear more and learn more, by all means, pick yourself up a copy of this amazing book. All right, so let me begin. The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins was published in 2024, so just last year. Mel Robbins is everywhere these days. She's a motivational speaker and author. And this whole idea, this Let Them Theory, it's very simplistic at its core. It's essentially you just let someone act the way they're going to act. Let them think and do what they want. Why? Because you can't control them. Like if anyone has ever tried to control someone else, well, you know exactly what I'm talking about then. It's not possible. You can influence someone, but you cannot control them. So let them think and do what they want. But there's then this second part to the Let Them Theory, which is let me do what I want. So you need to be able to act in a way that aligns with your values and your belief system and your morals. You need to act in a way that makes yourself proud, and don't be concerned with what they're going to think or do, because the other person's going to think or do it anyway, whether you want them to or not. The main idea of the book is just letting go of the need to control others, because you can't. So you need to let go of that need. You need to let go of the idea of being able to control what other people think of you as well. You can't please everybody, so really there's no point in trying. So the let me component of the response or of this theory is the empowering part, because it's about not only aligning your actions with your values and morals, but shifting your focus to what you actually can control. Like this is the big part. So your reactions you can control, your actions you can control, and your decisions, the choices and the decisions that you make following a situation, a problem, an interaction with somebody. And by letting go of just the need to control others, you free up your mental and emotional energy. And you can take responsibility for your own life. You can pursue your own goals and create the life that you want. You don't have to be kind of constrained by trying to play this role or trying to fit an image. So this whole idea has really helped people kind of let go of the, just like the control that other people have over them. And I mean, you might be feeling this yourself. I know I've gone through this. The book itself is a really interesting read. I like the way she writes. It's very relatable. She explains just her history, how she got to this. Like she didn't just think of this overnight, and she was in her 40s when she came up with this idea, I believe, of the Let Them Theory, because at this point her husband's restaurant business was failing. She had 3 kids at home, couldn't pay the bills, and she needed kind of ways to pick herself up and really get going and figure out how she was going to provide for her family. And so this is all part of that process. So she herself has a very interesting story. And the message is just, it's a great message. She's helped countless people. Something I found really interesting is that she interviews a ton of experts and doctors, and she references all of this in her book as well. And she talks about one doctor in particular, this Dr. Ann Davin, I believe. And this doctor talks about how most people are 8 years old, but in adult bodies. So just think about this for a moment. So you're talking to an 8-year-old, but they're an adult. They're unable to process their emotions, their feelings, and they have unregulated emotional responses and reactions to your comments, or they're unable to have difficult, uncomfortable conversations if feelings and emotions are involved. I have a feeling you are thinking of someone right now, that because I myself know people like that. And what Mel Robbins and this doctor and David were saying is that when you start looking at people like that, you look at them with more compassion, with more empathy. You can be more patient, understanding, but you can also kind of take a step back and not take things personally, not be hurt or offended by the things they say, because they're just 8 years old, like emotionally, inside an adult body. They were never taught to name their feelings, to emotionally regulate. and things of that nature. So adults are basically just as emotional as children. They're just better at hiding it most of the time. And most adults just don't have the tools or the ability to handle their emotions maturely. And the biggest message that I found useful in this book is that you can't change someone, right? We know that. But you can influence them by modeling good behavior or by modeling the change that you want to see in someone. And just think about that for a minute. And Mel Robbins gives some examples. If you want someone, for instance, you want your spouse to lose weight, or you want your spouse to eat healthier, it's not gonna work to just constantly nag them and criticize them. But if you start doing what you want them to do, you want them to start going to the gym and eating healthier, you start doing it. You're modeling that good behavior. You're not gonna change them. So might as well try to influence them. And she talks about narcissism in this book. She talks about a lot of characteristics and personality traits. It is a very interesting book. That's what I found the most helpful, just the idea of you can't change people, and the idea that it's all about your response to the situation at hand, and you have to act in a way that aligns with your values and your morals. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. I've summarized the let them theory for you, and I've pulled out the parts that I found really important and salient. So I will leave it there for now. If you're interested in picking yourself up a copy, the link is in the description. And if there's anything today that you've heard that you've liked or found interesting, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. Until next time.